that
I
content.
missed that.
That's fine.
Okay.
So you sent it.
Okay.
Ding, 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 ding,
Okay.
ding. Everybody getting announcements.
So you can either continue exploring the app, or if you have any further feedback, if there's something else you'd like to share, try one of those possibly.
Well, what would happen
Or,
If
you've
I
completed a task, by the way, that we arranged.
Stop.
if I could like see my garden?
Okay.
It's very hard to.
Yes.
You would see all the tabs all the time.
Oh, okay.
You could just click it. I'll try to bring it. You want the gardens right here?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll bring it.
Oh, yeah, it should write it in. Yeah.
Sorry.
That says tomorrow's garden.
Okay. If I want to view it, or like that thing that had all of the plots.
Okay.
How would you get to that from the share screen?
What do you think?
Oh, from the share screen? From
Well,
from where you're at, the Twitter?
yeah.
Okay. So, what do you think you should do?
Well, is there a tab that?
Yeah, there's basically create, manage, info, and share. That's
So
what you see.
info.
So you go to info. Okay.
Oh
Yeah, it's not
no.
back.
Where's that? Like this one with my little plots. If I did go to here,
Mhm.
then I tapped on that.
Right.
That's the right one.
That's one of the ways. Almost.
Okay.
Yeah. Imagine it's just
So something I might suggest would be like a view, or I don't know, because some of this is because it's a paper prototype. Like if it was actually in a phone, it might be intuitive to tap on it and go to this.
You think a clearer label would be helpful than manage? Or what would you put as a label to know that this is your stuff?
My garden,
My garden.
So maybe my garden.
or something personal of that nature.
Okay. So if you were to see tabs on top, one to create, one my garden, and then info and share, that would be clear. Okay.
And is this also something that's online? Like you
Mm.
could do it from a computer.
Possibly.
Is there
Yeah.
a component? Because
Yeah, there's a lot of pieces to this that we can't present here, but there are
'Cause
a
I
lot
was-
of aspects to this that tie in online to your profile, and it would update that information.
Because maybe a suggestion, like if you tapped menu here and there was something that popped up with share.
What actually happens with the menu, it's based on where you are,
So that would be the
Oh.
share.
so it will give you.
So if I
You-
tapped on like something so that I could link to this,
Okay.
like someone on Twitter could see what I wrote.
Like a contextual menu type.
Yeah.
So like if you were looking at your lettuce and then you
Wanted to share
wanted
about
to share
my
that
lettuce.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah. Does that make
Can
sense?
you- Yeah.
So you could there'd be like a
Question is, would it be easier to have icons here, you click them, then do this? Or would it be easier to click on this and you have some pop-up telling you, get info, share,
Yeah.
something
If
like
you
that?
so like if you
tapped
like
on
held
this.
on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you tap and hold and then something pops up that
And then
says
the-
that.
Now, does the concept where you come up with something like this when you picked up the salad mixer,
Mhm.
does this coming up here make sense? Like you started with this plain screen just so we have a better
Mhm.
Yeah, just-
understanding.
Right.
It started with the plain screen with dots on it. Did
Like
you
this-
understand what
So-
that
What did that make? What did that say to you?
I guess I didn't really think about it, but now I'm guessing there's one, like you can fit one tomato plant, one of these, but you can fit 4 lettuces
Right.
and 4 carrots in one of these.
And part of that, the get materials and info would have
Mhm.
told you all that
Right.
information.
But yeah,
Did it make sense that you had to, assuming, you know, this popped up on your screen?
Mhm.
Now, if you didn't know what that mean, what would your reaction be?
She didn't know what that meant.
I'm trying to find out if she's still,
Well, now I guess
like, let's say this
part
popped
of
up
it,
on your
like, we're
screen
not
next week.
artists.
No.
So if it was
This is
actually
number 2.
in the app, then it might look more realistic.
Right.
Yeah.
So if, let's say a nice water droplet or whatever
Right.
came up here, what? Let's say you don't know what that means because it's still the first time you're doing it. What would your reaction be when you see it?
I guess. I mean, if I don't know,
I mean,
Like,
originally
would
she
you
thought
click on it?
like
My
if it
question
was
is, would you click?
clear that it was
a button.
like an icon.
Let me ask you the question this way. One scenario, you see a water drop. Beautiful, crystal clear that it's a water drop.
Yeah.
That's scenario one. Or maybe have a water drop and a little indicator next to it from like full to yellow, like being
Oh,
green,
yeah.
yellow, and red. Would
Or
that
an
be more
exclamation.
helpful?
I like that better, the best, with a single water droplet with an exclamation, like a triangle,
mark?
yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
And then
Would you know to
that-
click on it to get more info what this is saying? So I can
I don't
come
know
up.
if I would think to do that. I would just might tap water.
Okay. But if you were
But I
to
don't
click
know if
on it,
that
if I was to
matters.
tell you click to water, would that make sense? I'm just trying
Yeah, no, that's
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
like if I tapped on it, a pop-up menu would say
to explain.
click on the water.
Click on the water can to water.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Well,
Any other feedback?
I don't think so. What's the info tab? Is this?
the info tab currently as it's set up is a how to build your garden.
Okay.
Just general advice,
Mhm.
farmer's almanac type of stuff.
Mhm.
If there's any suggestions for that as well, that'd be beneficial.
Seems good to me. I like though that, I mean, it's like a good wealth of information, so that if anyone
Yeah.
didn't know what they were doing.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what we're trying to. This applications promote people that live in the cities that may
Yeah.
not actually garden.
That's
Just-
definitely good.
Let's show them it's easy.
Mhm.
Definitely want to do the remote watering thing because that'd be awesome. 'Cause- And then remote harvest, you can get like one of those Lego mine bots and have it like pick your produce and it goes down a chute.
So you would still see that information under the info tab, because you were saying earlier that maybe under info you would see something different, wasn't that what
Oh,
you-
well, I guess in terms of labeling, I might change manage to
Mhm.
say my garden.
Uh-huh.
Change that now.
Yeah.
You're gonna
And
change
then-
it. There's white out in that bag. if you want.
And then info
You
to,
should have to change it on all these little screens.
like
too.
maybe gardening info.
It's okay.
I know it's a long
Yeah, but
word.
we can fit it in there. Manage.
Yeah.
Change to my garden. This is what we first had.
Yeah.
Had my garden. Remember?
Yeah. We should see if if it's a trend.
My garden, and then maybe info
Do we want to change it now? Because we want to see. I mean,
should be.
we've only done 2 people.
It's okay.
Should,
It's, I think, significant enough something.
Okay.
gardening.
Yeah, I was more
info.
concerned
Yeah.
that she didn't know that the tabs were navigable. Easily
Mhm.
navigable.
Well, that too, but
See, the fact that we have so
Also-
many makes it really hard to see, I think.
Yeah.
and
yeah,
also
just
that it's a
not clean.
paper prototype.
Yeah.
Like in
It's
the
not as
app,
clean.
you would see.
Yeah, it'd be clean.
Yeah.
What the next
Where's the
we want to do?
stack
Stack of what?
of all this stuff?
Is it right there?
Thank
Oh.
you.
Oh, okay.
Did you want any
Need to
more
change
feedback,
here.
or should I get somebody else?
That was awesome. Thank you
Thank
very
you
much.
so much for
yeah.
helping us today.
Yeah. We'll come and get some.